And here we are at DevLearn one more time. And I was really impressed yesterday when I attended a session by this gentleman, Michael Allen, whom a number of you know as the creator of AuthorWare, which quite a few people have struggled to learn because it is a little complex. And what I saw yesterday, it struck me as like an object-oriented drag and drop approach to authoring, which I thought, geez, you know, this is going to open design to the people who can't write code to save their lives. But tell us about Zebra and what's going on and why you're doing it and sort of what's the score.
Yeah. Well, you know, as you know, Jay, I think most e-learning just sucks. It's just, you know, it's if it's fun to create it, and sometimes it can be, it still can just be horrendous to take. I used to speak trying to figure out what are the means that we can create to help people build learning activities they'd really want to take. If they had all options available to them, this is the one that they would choose. And that means that we have to have a playful environment where you can plug things together and see what happens, and then thinking that's pretty good, wonder, would it be better if I tried this, and freely experiment with it. And so there was a really wise professor of psychology once that said, you know, there's a lot of talk about adult learning, but in truth, adults are just big children. You know, and if you give a kid a couple of trucks, you know, do they just run it down a straight line like a truck does, or do they stack the two trucks up on top of each other, and do they bang the two trucks into each other? Of course they do that. If you give them just one truck, don't they try to see if the wheels will come off? Does the top will come off? Don't you want to take it apart and play with it? And so I thought about that a lot, and it seemed to me that a tool for creating interesting, fun learning experiences ought to be one that's like building blocks, where I can stack them on top of each other, pull them apart, bang them into each other, and see what happens. And that's what I'm trying to do with Zebra.
Wow. Well, so what does that entail? What makes an authoring system like a kid's truck?
Well, that means action and motion to me. It doesn't mean walls of text. It means movement. It means things like gravity are at play. It also means that if you're in a sandbox playing with another kid, and you guys don't talk to each other, you end up developing buildings and roadways and stuff that don't connect, right? So in a learning environment, I want it to be open, to be interactive and collaborative, and I want to be able to work with other people while I'm banging my trucks together, and I want them to bang their trucks into mine as well, right? So
and that really is a change in attitude from the sort of master to designer thing that we've been going through before.
It is, completely. Instead of going off into your dark little corner of the world and working all by yourself, you're out there saying, is this any good? Do you like this? What's your response, you know? And if you've got good friends, they'll tell you, it's not any good, you know? Well, why don't you try this? Or I'd really think it'd be more interesting and engaging if you try something else. So we're building very strong collaborative technology into it as well. We've never been interested in average. So we're looking at the building multi-learner participative learning events, high-level simulations, all the way down to the simple stuff, of course, too. But we're really much more interested in the high-level stuff. So we're going to give ourselves another year, and then, as we used to say when I worked back at Control Data, at some point you have to plan to shoot the engineer and sell the product. You know? So we're going to work for another year and shoot ourselves and sell a product.
Now, I'm assuming if somebody wants to sort of track what you're up to, they go to the Allen Interactions website?
They do, indeed, yes.
Okay.
Yep, you can alleni.com or alleninteractions.com. That'll get you there. And we have blogs where we're discussing this, and we're trying to get a number of users who understand that looking at a piece of software when it's not even at the alpha stage can be frustrating, and we don't represent that it's a technology ready for use, but on the other hand, we are using it, and we invite other people to come and play. So my philosophy about this is that the tool needs to be even better at helping you make changes than it is at getting the original content in, because you'll make far more changes than you'll make initial entries.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, thank you very much for the overview, and we look forward to seeing Zebra in the flesh.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, me too. Thanks.